Good morning. Good morning, freaks. How you guys doing? You're not gonna hear this till this evening, but I like to do these things in the morning before my head gets wrapped around too many other things. But the thing that, and this is a constant for all of us, right? And this is what I'm gonna proceed to ask you guys to do. But why is it that you think that we do what we do on a daily basis? Why do we have the jobs that we do? Why do we have the careers that we do? And if you're somebody that loves your job, you love what you do every day, whether that be by default and you found that early on, or whether you found that later after some discovery, this episode is definitely not for you. You can pass on it. But for everybody out there that really struggles with what it is that they're after, um, I think the question is, what is it that we're ignoring about ourselves? I heard Robert Greene talk about how what we should be looking for is based somewhere in our childhood. How what we're looking for is somewhere deep in the past of what it used to be that what used to light us up. And he also talks about this book, which I have yet to read, but I'm going to read now. That's called the five. Oh man, the five. The five minds of intelligence, or something like that. But anyway, um, recognizing that there's different types of intelligence based around different areas of life, whether it be writing, journaling, or whether it be physical aspects, spirituality, connection to the body, or whether it's built in creativity, in art, in intuition. Um, Forgetting what the other two are, but it got me thinking that I want to know more, and it's what I based this whole thing off of is I want to know more about why it is that I still do what I do, and why are we so afraid to move forward? What is it that we are ignoring? And a lot of times I think that what's going on is because we've been told to be something, whether it be by generations that, maybe our parents just said, hey, I'll be proud of you when you get a good job and you're paying your bills and you're making money and you're, supporting yourself. And those are good things. I've been in positions that lie on both sides of that fence, being able to easily support myself and then struggling to support myself. But at that foundation, why is that good enough? Where is the fucking light? Where is the passion? Where is, the intention that we have for life? Because it doesn't make sense to not have those things. It never has made sense. I think that we just get convinced by the way the world has done things, or the way that the world does do things for the sake of uh, culture, or the sake of economics. And that's probably the biggest issue that I have with economics is that it's not built. Our currency and our system is not built to aid us in what we desire. It gives us the freedom to do so, but it's definitely not built to give us the ability to do it easily, you know? And I think one of the hardest things is that if you are an adult and you are up to your eyeballs in responsibility and obligations, and you still are unsure what you want to do with your life, it's very difficult to get out. And I think for anybody to come and ask you, hey, what would you really prefer to do with your life? Like, what would you do if you didn't have to do these things? Or maybe, being more abrasive. And I came to you and said, why the fuck are you doing that job? Why are you doing what you're doing? And I think this builds a very quick defense system. And I think it builds a quick defense system because we don't know what to do when we're in doubt. So would you come back and attack me and justify everything that you have and everything that you do? Would you make excuses for what you do? Would you use your financial obligations? Would you use your kids? Would you use your lack of creativity? Would you use your, years and years of experience in something, and you can't turn away from it now because you've gone too far. Think about that. But I think that we don't know what to do with the empty space. If we decide to do something different, if we want to do something different, we don't know what to do with nothingness. We don't know where to go. We don't know which direction to go. We don't know who to seek out. We don't know what to, we don't know the questions to ask our own mind and our own spirit. And so I think it's almost like an addiction. The more you do it, the more it becomes a part of your identity, and the less capable you are of leading yourself towards something that's healthy. So the reason I bring this up is that so many of us are in something that we don't want to do, and we're convincing ourselves that we have to. And I'm probably in one of the best positions to do things differently. And I think that letting go of something we're good at in order to grasp something that we love will probably be one of the hardest things that we ever do in our lives. But I'm only asking myself, and I'm only asking you to question what you do for the sake of fulfillment, for the sake of your own life. Because if you look forward, if you're not looking forward now, and you see yourself 30 years from now, are you going to be okay with the 30 years that you did something all for the sake of promotion and hierarchy and money? Because for me, it'll never be good enough. I'll never again look for just a way to be financially successful. I'll always look for a way to be soulfully successful, if that makes sense, to fill my heart and to fill my passion. And you know what? It's not always easy to find. I give you grace, and I give you, empathy for what you're going through if you have decided to question things, because now we have to dig into the unknown. Now we have to drop our defense system. We have to ask ourselves a bunch of questions. And we have to decide that falling down on our face is worth the effort so that we can get up in a new light, that we can get up in a new space, so that we can get up being authentic and being real and having actual intention apart from financial responsibility. So I might add on to this a little bit. I know we're almost at 10 minutes, but I think this is important for you to question what you do, your job, what you do with your hands, what you do with your voice, what you do with your mind, what you do with your body, all for the sake of life fulfillment. So we'll come back to this, but I dare you to question what it is that you do every day. Because every day that you do something for somebody else or for somebody else's dream, or that's just completely against who you are, that's one more day that you don't have for yourself. That's one more day that you don't have in figuring out what you want and what you love. As the hours and the minutes pass, are you going to be okay with your dwindling time? Are you going to be okay with what you give up every single day? And I know we have to live. I know we have obligations. I know we have responsibilities to other people besides ourselves. But when are you going to stop turning away from the very difficult task of finding out who you are and what you love, and stop taking the easy road just towards making a check? Simple as that. Simple, yet very, very hard to do. As we follow through on our journeys, I hope that we can understand each other, embrace each other, and see how difficult this really is, but how important this really is. We have to stop wasting our days. We have to stop wasting our time. And we have to fill our lives with what we actually desire for ourselves and for everyone around us. Will we become authentic and genuine and love ourselves every day and do what we love every day? Stay real-minded, my friends. I'll talk to you guys in the next episode, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Peace. Let's do this.